Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here in this bustling city of Manila on this warm summer's day to ask a central question. If we could imagine, shape, and inspire the future, what would that future look like? There are some 600 of us in this room, men and women from over 16 countries across Asia and beyond. We come from different backgrounds. Some of us are from business, some of us are from social enterprise, some of us are from universities, some of us are from government. Some of us work for large corporations in search of social purpose. Some of us work for social enterprises in search of new partnerships. Some of us are members of the AIM community. The Asian Institute of Management was founded 50 years ago by a group of distinguished Filipinos in partnership with Harvard University to reimagine the future of management education. Some of us are part of the RMAF community. The Ramon Magsaysay Awards Foundation was established 60 years ago by a group of distinguished Filipinos in partnership with the Rockefeller Foundation to reimagine what it means to be great in the Asian context. Some of us are primarily interested in social innovation. Some of us are primarily interested in technological disruption. All of us are interested in impact. Impact for ourselves, impact for our organizations, impact for the world. To have impact, we need to understand how the world works. To change the world, we need to know the changes taking place in the world. In the next 2 days, we will be looking at some significant changes taking place in the world. We will look at the future of work and ask ourselves, do we need to fear artificial intelligence? We will look at the future of security and ask ourselves, how do we create a safer, more peaceful world? More walls or more bridges? We will look at the future of cities and ask ourselves, how can the 21st century city be both livable and inclusive? We will look at the future of energy and ask ourselves, what are the options for a safer, cleaner world? We will look at the future of education and health and ask ourselves, how do we create education and health systems that are good and inclusive? We will look at the future of governance and ask ourselves, is good governance all about rules and regulations? The great playwright George Bernard Shaw wrote in one of his books, you look at the world and you ask why. I dream of things that never were, and I ask why not. At the Future Reimagined, over the next 2 days, we will look at the changes taking place in our world, and we will ask why. But we will also dream of things that never were, and ask ourselves, why not? Thank you.
today and the theme?
Well, we wanted to have a platform that would bring people of different backgrounds, business, social enterprise, universities, and people of different age groups. The 20-somethings, the 30-somethings, the 40-somethings, the 70-somethings. And we wanted to create a platform that would bring them together. And we found that everyone wants to think and understand the future. But not just for fun, because we will all live in the future. So that's the thinking behind the conference, the future reimagined. So understanding the future and doing something about it.
I think as we are coming from two different generations, and a lot has been discussed about the marginalized and embracing the future. Do you think that the future is people who are marginalized are going to be at risk of not being able to embrace the future that we are creating here?
Now, Fatin, that's a very good question, because there are almost two thoughts going on. One is the amazing possibilities. So when we talk about the fourth industrial revolution, when we talk about augmented intelligence or artificial intelligence, we're talking about those possibilities. But on the other hand, we face the fact that millions and millions of people, even as we speak, are completely left out. No electricity, no clean water, no access to education, no access to banking. And we need to find a way of connecting the two discussions, the amazing possibilities with a more inclusive future. Now, do we have the answers? No. But we have some suggestions. And so this conversation is very important. We need to be aware about the possibilities, but we need to avoid being self-congratulatory, because frankly, there is much unfinished business.
So I'd like to actually get your thoughts on the role of young people today. I don't see enough young people actually on the stage. We do have some, and in some cases, like some topics did not have women on the panel. Like for example, in education, we talked about education, and if we think about educators, most educators at the not tertiary level but secondary level are women. What were the thoughts behind that, and in terms of moving forward?
So we are completely committed to gender equality and to engaging young people as much as possible. So it's always a balance between availability. Sometimes you invite, but the timing doesn't suit. Balancing availability with experience, and of course the need for diversity. So in some cases we managed to do it well. The session on the future of work was mostly women. Yeah, and in some cases the last session, money for dreamers and idealists, was balanced. In some sessions not. So it's an objective. We aspire to it. We don't achieve it all the time. But overall, I think if you look through the program, there is gender and generational diversity, not perfectly, but to a greater extent than for many conferences.
Thank you very much. Just one final question from me. What do you hope that the participants will gain from the conference today?
Well, firstly, I hope they learn something about the wonderful possibilities opening to us. Secondly, I hope they are inspired by what we, you, I, us collectively can do. So this engagement with the Ramon Magsaysay awardees, these are individuals who have made a difference to the world. I think this is very useful because it's so easy in our world to think, oh, look, I'm a small voice. I can't make a difference. And if people leave this conference realizing my voice is important, I can make a difference. That would be a wonderful thing.
Thank you very much.